Think of it this way, that now is a time where we are constantly, like as a being, from, let's say, science view, not even, let's say, as a monkey. You know what I mean? We've evolved to the human. Now the human is also evolving. But the human has a problem because its environment is so intensely attacking it, its mental environment. So mentally it's attacking you that you cannot identify that if it's you who has the problem or it's a product of the environment. Do you know? So now it's kind of like we need to be able to experience ourselves much more than the ape, much more than the people before us, much more than my dad did, for example. I need to have a more expansive experience. And the reason is, when we have an expansive experience, we start paying attention to things we didn't before. Right? So if you only looked at one good thing and you were always ignoring that, you never opened the door of seeing what's behind whatever, you know, then it's not even truly giving you the value of your good. You know, if you don't see something bad, you really don't know what good means, right? So the only way people are saying something is good because they've seen bad action, right? So this is actually not, it has nothing to do with the relationship we're putting on the objects and everything and people. It's actually on how the mind is looking at itself. Because the way you look at yourself, it shows, it communicates. You see someone who, the guy is depressed, his body begins to, you know, turn into a baby's, like, fetus position and stuff like that, right? Like that rolled up position, right? But when you are open, that means the way you look at yourself really suggests how much of your intelligence is accessible to you, right? So, let me just... Okay, so you're this being, right, that is now here, right? So you see, anywhere you want to look at in your past or your future, what happens, you can't ignore what's here right now, right? So you will judge your next step based on you being on this couch more than you being in an idea somewhere else in a beach or somewhere. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. So the realness is different, do you know? So it's like you can have any thought, you can have any kind of fantasy, but suddenly, if you see that this is where you are, you wake up from it, you know? So it's kind of like, in our evolution right now, in which we're trying to experience the way we're experiencing, being more aware of how we are moving into the next being in evolution, it means you are like so free inside. The best way to do this, I'm saying, like as a being, let's say, is to be so empty inside that it's like life is also pushing you to your next step. So, let me tell you like this, a lot of people, their experiences are defined by feeling that life is against them. You feel you have to go through life, it's harsh, you gotta go, you know, you gotta go through the darkness, you know, you gotta go through the challenge, you gotta do hard work, you know, and this is all true on some level, but on a deeper level and what the effect it's having, it's like, how do I say it? If I put glasses on, right, shades, and I come here, you will always look darker to me. If I have a judgment, if I have an idea which I haven't looked at but I think it's my idea, and I look at you, then I am seeing you through first the information that I am. Do you know? Very few people can just receive without being the first terminal, without the first communicator. What that means is that if I go in a bottle, I don't see bottle and then just have... That stuff is there, by the way. It's natural. I'm just saying, the exploration of your mind is a natural thing, so you don't need to really try anything, but you need to simply observe it. So, just like you're, I guess, how do I say it, on a ride, like on a car, right? Constantly we're in this change. Our next step is very important to see where it is, right? So you need to like, that's it, bro. It's just multidimensional experience is going to be more real.